we're going to react to Shoe on Head's Female Gooners Must Be Stopped. I like that the theater now is so much bigger. It's basically full screen with a little bit of extra oomph. No full screen because reaction people like me do this. It's called Female Gooners Must Be Stopped. I have a feeling I'm part of the problem. I'm part of the problem on this one. I'm sorry. But let's go.
Oh, I didn't see you there.
Did you know?
What am I reading, you ask?
I don't know.
Just one of the best-selling books on Amazon right now. With millions of sales and almost 20,000 five-star reviews, this book has been absolutely blowing up, especially on TikTok, or Book Talk, as the kids call it. Thousands and thousands of women, in particular, have been raving about this piece of literature.
You've seen this before. Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it.
What piece of literature is it, you may ask? Well, Morning Glory Milking Farm, of course.
Okay.
A popular romance novel about a young woman down on her luck who does what every young woman does when facing financial struggle. She starts an OnlyFans. No, I'm just kidding. She wouldn't degrade herself like that. She gets a job jerking off monsters.
That's right, the Morning Glory Milking Farm.
I have been reading Morning Glory Milking Farm since last night, and it's...
Okay. For those of you who might not know, I write this type of literature, but mine almost never contain beasts because I don't know how to write beasts correctly. I wanted to do a mind flayer one. I wanted to do a centaur one. I wanted to do a couple of them, but I have to do so much research that I just I kind of don't want to do it anymore. But yes. Oh, you don't spoil it? Thank you for not spoiling. Don't. Yeah, but I'm part of the problem, okay? I'm okay with being part of the problem on this one.
I'm obsessed.
This was a good time. It did not disappoint.
If this book is trash, then I am a fucking raccoon. Give me all of the garbage.
Get your eyeballs on.
Can I interest you in KICdude.com/stories? The new one, The Snap, is now in stock and ready to go for your downloading and reading pleasure.
This because it is so good.
Yay! I'm part of the problem. I'm part of the problem this time, guys. Oops.
I regret to inform you that there is a new epidemic. An epidemic that many have yet to discuss. And that epidemic is female gooners.
Yeah!
Now, for those of you unaware, gooner is internet slang for someone addicted to porn. And smut is slang for dark romance novels, otherwise known as porn. Many correct about the dangers of porn addiction with men, how it can destroy their lives and their relationships, and most men know the material they consume is weird. That is why they are ashamed of it. That is why they delete their browser history.
No. People will often ask me what I'm into. It's just weird, okay? And I make it, so it's not like it's unfounded for me to tell people of what I'm interested in. So yeah, while it's weird for me to like, I don't know, fucking Sadako, right? Like an aged up Sadako. It's, who cares, right? But like women's like, oh, yeah, it's centaurs. I'm like, yeah, centaurs. And they're like, what? Would you date a centaur? If they're a lady centaur, then yeah, why not?
That is why they go incognito mode. But these bitches freaks out here. They display their smut openly in bookstores. They proudly pose in front of their smut collections. They discuss their smut openly on TikTok.
Flick the bean is crazy. Say that again. Okay. How is that not, taken down?
They go to smut conventions and get choked out by 9-foot-tall shirtless Wendigos. Now, I know what...
Wendigo. Dude, female Wendigos are hot, all right? I can't...
You are thinking. Shoo, isn't this the pot calling the kettle degenerate?
Very much. Yeah, very much.
Yes, it is. But have you considered...
Hello there, pot. My name is Stove. Hi, pot and kettle. My name is Stove. How are you?
it takes one to truly know one. You see, women are strange, fascinating creatures. For centuries, men have tried to figure us out. Our mood is affected by the tides and the moon. We bleed for 5 days and don't die. By painting my face, I can instantly shapeshift from a 4 to a 6. We are truly mysterious, magical.
Guys have beards. Guys have beards. You can grow out, if you grow out a beard and you trim it well enough, you can go from from like a 4 to a 6 as well. Or the opposite. SCP-1471. Is that the sexy Wendigo? I think that's the sexy Wendigo, right?
Creatures. But one of the most mysterious aspects of women to men is our sexuality. You see, us women are not like those disgusting
Indeed.
moids.
Okay.
No, we are sophisticated. We are
Sure.
evolved. We don't watch videos of strangers slapping their sweaty bodies together. No, we read about strangers slapping.
Or listen. You listen. I make the stuff. I know you ladies like to listen. You ladies like to listen, okay?
Their sweaty bodies together. It's different, okay? You don't understand. It's okay when we do it. So, let's talk about it. Let's talk about the rapidly growing
This is gonna turn into just a discussion with Villy. Like Villy doesn't do sex things, but like she's asex. But like oftentimes when I'm discussing what like other people like, it just turns into this discussion every single time.
popularity of dark romance on TikTok and the recent dark romance convention that ended in disaster.
Oh, did
Let's
they get?
take a break
Did
from
guys
all
get
this
molested?
depressing
Because I'm pretty sure
political news
that I
and
know where
talk
that's
about
going.
something silly. Not that those political things aren't important. Trust me, they are. You should be keeping up with politics and the news when you can. I know it can be difficult to do, but fear not. I have an app for that. So before
Ground
we
News?
get into this
Is
video,
it
let's
Ground
quickly give a
News?
shout out to our sponsor, Ground News.
Yay.
Ground News is a website and an app that gives readers
Hey.
an easy way to read news from all
News.
across the political spectrum.
Hey.
From left, right, and center. Every story comes with a quick visual breakdown of
She
political
dressed
bias
3 different
that
ways.
helps you understand
Way
the
too
full
much
story
effort.
and make sure you're getting both
Way
sides.
too much effort.
One of my favorite features on Ground News is the blind spot feature, which shows you news stories that have been covered by one side of the political aisle and ignored by the other. For example, here's a story about how Gavin Newsom is signing a bill to give 800,000 Uber and Lyft drivers in California the right to unionize. Pretty cool. Rare Newsom W. 12 news sources covered this, 7 were left-wing and 0 were right-wing, because the right is covering a far more important topic. Harvard hires drag performer Lahore Vagistan as a visiting professor. 21 news sources covered this, 20 were right-wing, 1 was left-wing. A country divided, truly. Ground News also makes it very easy to compare headlines, so you can see how political bias completely reframes a story. For example, talking about how Trump has been posting a bunch of those sombrero memes, and the New York Post says, White House
Sombreros.
official behind Trump's hilarious meme war on Dems revealed. And then a left-wing outlet covers the same story, like, as the shutdown continues, a checked-out Trump posts childish memes. Wildly different vibes going
Thanks-
on here.
thanks,
I've been using
HuffPo.
Ground News since 2021. It is one of my favorite apps. Like, it is my go-to, like, when I wake up. I, like, check Twitter, and then I check Ground News, like, immediately. But don't just take my word for it. Even the
I
Nobel
don't-
Peace Center called it
I try
an
to be
excellent way
at
to
peace
stay
with the
informed,
world.
avoid echo chambers, and expand your worldview. Best of all, I am currently offering
I do-
40% off their Vantage plan, which is the plan I use to access all their amazing features. And it's only $5 a month, which is like basically the price of a coffee nowadays. So go to ground.news/shoe or use the QR
I don't even
code
drink
here
coffee.
on screen or use the link in the video description. So thank you to Ground News for sponsoring this video, and thank you, the viewer, for not skipping the ad. Right?
Never.
So let's get back to the video.
Get your money,
TikTok
baby.
is a very interesting place.
Real quick, because I didn't want to do it in the ad. I do recommend people listen to different sources, even the ones you don't like, because people lie. Everybody lies. And it depends on the editor to figure out what they want to lie about or just omit certain truths about. So yeah, Ground News is a pretty good one. I don't currently use it just because I do my own research like that. So we'll figure it out. You know, you got to figure it out. And if you like it, then go ahead.
And any book fans out there know how it has absolutely destroyed the hobby of literature and just flooded it with absolute slop.
No.
Spicy slop. You see, books on TikTok are not rated by how well they are written or how good the characters are. No, they are rated by the spice. And what does spice mean? Porn.
Yeah.
It means porn.
Yeah, it
Spice
is.
level is very important to book talkers. How much spice does a book have? What are the spiciest books they have ever read? How spicy is the book they're currently reading? Spice, spice, spice.
I don't. All of my shit is like wholesome. There's only a couple of things that I've written that are kind of out there. So my shit is like, I think on the spice scale, like a 2 spice. It's really short reads that are meant to get you in the mood. It's not anything else. But yeah.
The spiciest book going viral on Book Talk lately is none other than Morning Glory Milking Farm by C.M. Nascosta. Violet is a typical down-on-her-luck millennial, mid-20s, overeducated, and drowning in debt. Oh my god! She's just like me! On the verge of moving into her parents' basement, when a lifeline appears in the form of a very unconventional job in the neighboring Cambric Creek. She has no choice but to grab it with both hands. Morning Glory Farm offers full-time hours, full benefits, and generous pay with no experience needed. There's only one catch. The clientele is grade A certified prime beef.
Did they have to say it? Grade A certified prime beef. Okay.
With the manly, meaty endowments to... Okay.
Morning Glory Milking Farm is actually a profound critique of late-stage capitalism and toxic masculinity.
It's fucking literature. What are you talking about being late? It's just something you enjoy to read. Listen, it's just meant to get you in the mood. Don't overanalyze anything, all right?
Masculinity. In this text, we see that the tingling sensation in her coochie is actually the tingling sensation of a Marxist revolution.
Oh, shut the fuck up. I write this shit. No, it isn't. It is not. You're lying to yourself. Actually.
This is every fucking BreadTube video to me, dude. This is every Jack Saint video. So I actually read the book myself, and I'm not gonna lie. The 19th Amendment needs to be abolished.
What? That's the women's right to vote, by the way.
So, like I said, the story is basically this millennial named Violet, and she gets a job basically working at Big Pharma in Narnia, where they harvest Minotaur milk to make Viagra for human males. And I read the whole thing. Probably gonna be put on some kind of watch list. But listen, this is my job, okay? I'm not out here like...
It's also my job to write it, okay? So don't be ashamed. If you enjoy it, enjoy it.
Selling feet pics or something. What I do is far more dignified and normal. Now, let's take a look at some of these notes I wrote. Let's see. Big dick and ball.
Oh, I forgot how funny this bitch is.
At one point, she says the term, and I quote,
Metal table. Okay, noted.
the seam of his sack. So I'm reading this, and the whole time I'm thinking, like, okay, he probably has, like, a human head, right? He probably, like, looks something like this, like, you know, just a dude with, like, horns. Then I see the official artwork. That's a cow.
That is a cow.
Bro is a cow. Bro is a straight up cow.
Yeah,
In a
it
few
is.
parts, they're being intimate, and it will be like, his hooves clip-clopped. My hooves will tear up your sheets. And it's like, I'm sorry, his what? At one point, she describes kissing him. And I swear to God, it was more disgusting than anything else described in this book. She's like describing how big and wide his mouth is and how big and like slimy his tongue is. She's like describing this shit and you're just like, that's a cow. I mean, we are at a solid 5.5 on the Barbeau scale here. This is dangerous territory, folks. She also...
Barbeau, yeah.
F***ers his ass. She the cow's ass.
That's
By the
something
way,
I
if you
would
want
write
an
about.
uncensored version of this video and all my videos, Patreon. Go to Patreon, become a member. All members get the uncensored version of every video, so you can hear me.
If you also want to read something that's about the same, that's a little bit less invasive about animals, you can also go to my website, KICdude.com/stories. You have a good time. There's plenty of things up there for you guys to enjoy.
Talking about and f***ing a cow's asshole. Is that what you freaks want? Anyway, I like how in this fantasy world
cow's
student
asshole's
loans
crazy,
still
though.
exist. Like, we can imagine a world with minotaurs and humans in a relationship, but we can't imagine a world without student loans. Sad. Oh, and he has one of those bull rings. Like,
Oh,
he
that's
knows-
right. That's actually kind of crazy that you can imagine a world that you need to pay off your student loan debt, but so to do so, you fucking jerk off minotaurs. But you couldn't say, "Oh, all the world's problems have been abolished because all the money has been handled." But no one can get pregnant now because of XYZ, right? So we need to make Viagra pills from a different. That would have. Oh. You couldn't have done that. You had to be in debt.
ring theory septum rings. And in this world, that means, like, you're married, but apparently he's divorced. The man is divorced. This is a divorced cow with a cow
divorced
ex-wife.
cow.
The lore
A
is
divorced
deep,
cow,
folks.
okay.
The funniest part, though, has to be when they go on a date. I need to just read this to you. When the bill arrived, she attempted to pull a handful of carefully folded bills from her wristlet before he stopped her. No, that's absolutely not happening. Put that away. She'd not thought about it until the day after their first dinner together, realizing that in mortification that she ought to have attempted to pay her half. What kind of feminist are you? She asked herself. She couldn't remember the last time she'd been out and hadn't paid for her half, including her coffee date with Carson Tinsley. She had come prepared that night.
Who's Carson?
Several weeks of her tips smoothed and tucked into her wristlet. But I didn't even offer to pay half the other night and shouldn't have. Violet. If the commanding rumble of his voice hadn't silenced her, the heat of his hand dropping to her knee would've. I don't want you to feel that you don't have any agency here. I might be the one giving all the orders, but you hold all the cards. Your comfort is the only thing that counts right now. And if I overstep, I want you to know you can tell me so. But that's not happening. Don't think I'm unaware we're at different points in our careers. You can say no, you can say you don't want to see me again, you can tell me to stop coming to the farm when you're working. It's dinner, not a down payment of your time, but I'm in a position to comfortably spoil someone. So when you're with me, I'm spoiling you. End of story. She was a good feminist, she told herself, and she definitely couldn't be bought. But if he had suggested at that moment that he would have appreciated a blowjob, she would have fallen face first on his cock with an open mouth without a shred of hesitation. Inside every woman, there are two wolves. Or two bulls. These
Damn, I'm gonna write some notes later. That's a crazy 180 from how I thought that was gonna go. To be honest with you, that was a hell of a 180. Why the drastic mood switch?
strong, independent girl boss and the submissive, doting housewife. And in the presence of a masculine man, or a farm animal, she will fold like a lawn chair and instantly return to factory settings.
It's
Factory
dinner,
setting.
not a down payment for your time. But I'm in a position to comfortably spoil someone. So when you're with me, I'm spoiling you. End of story. I said, okay, I highlighted that paragraph for myself.
Clean.
I do need to. Okay, I don't know why this thought came to my head. I do need to read some of this stuff and write some margin notes because I know some people. I need to get women. I need to read more women literature like this because I need to get more ideas. Writing the same shit it's kind of bummy.
Clean up aisle 5. So that's what I thought.
Clean up aisle 5.
What did other people think of it? What are the reviews on this book? This book has a 4.1 on Amazon with 21,000 ratings and a 3.6 on Goodreads with nearly 60,000 ratings. Let's just read some random ones here. Hear me out. Hear me out. A milking good time. Sweet and creamy. The
Wow.
spice is spicing. I was very leery of starting this because I thought it was just going to be porn. The plot is pretty good.
Do people really do rereading for the plot? I guess that's the point of a story, right? all the effort I put into putting a plot into my story, I guess makes sense now that the people are reading for the plot a little bit.
The plot? Please. This is like the new I read Playboy for the articles.
I watch hentai for the character motivations.
It's like, sure you do. This book
Yeah.
could kill a Victorian child. 5 stars. I'll never look at a jug of milk the same. I think I'm lactose intolerant now.
Oh. First of all, did you read the fucking story? Clearly it's not about that drinking. Oh man, people don't know how to review anymore.
So that happened. Our
They did.
eyes will never see the gates of heaven. 1 star, not a helpful guide. This book failed to teach me how to milk a cow, and now my family has no food for the winter.
Oh, but your hands are fucking wet, so I guess you're fine. Research. Oh, absolutely research. And it's one of the reasons I go to adult conventions is because I need to have more ideas, right? Like, how do you describe something impromptu happening? Hey, this way. So, yeah.
1 star, accidentally ordered while on pain medication after an operation. Gave this to my mom as a
okay.
joke gift for Christmas. You what?
That is a crazy statement. You did what? One does not simply gift smut to your mom. To your mom? Your mom! It's crazy. It's crazy. Okay.
Let's sigh. Why can't human males be more like this?
Because that's an animal. It's an animal. Okay.
Tall, rich, and handsome are no longer enough, boys. Now you have to be a 9-foot-tall creature from Greek mythology with a 13-inch dick. I never
Yeah.
want to hear from another person about how they read 100 books in a year if this is the kind of slop they are consuming. Well, Ronald, man detected, this is
I mean, Ronald. I read and write this shit. So I actually am interested in just for the fucking annotations.
isn't for you. This is for women. So
It definitely is. But you gotta read the shit in order to understand the shit. All right? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
take your ass back to Barely Legal Babysitter 5 or whatever the f you watch that is so more.
Listen, I don't watch pornography. I listen to it because I'm more auditorially sensitive than the other way around. But sometimes you can watch a good BJ, you know?
Morally superior than this. Let him who is without sin cast the first stone, okay?
Yeah. Don't tell me you haven't watched Widowmaker and Diva and any of the Overwatch girls not blow you. Don't tell me that you haven't watched that shit.
Okay? God bless America. It's great to live in a country where I can casually enjoy cozy erotica about a young woman who milks her way to financial security
I don't know if it's cozy. I don't know about cozy, but
and true love with a minotaur. This is what freedom looks like, and I intend to fully enjoy it before the Supreme Court takes this right away next. If this is what freedom looks like, I'm really rethinking my stance on freedom, not gonna lie. Maybe we should have less of it. All I know is if Donald Trump takes the monster porn, we are going to make 2020 look like a picnic, okay? Bullcock matters.
That's a good one. Oh,
God.
jeez.
Edit that out. Editor, edit that out. Women are gonna be picking.
Isn't she her own editor? Editor, edit that out. I'm talking to your fucking self now. Hey, future me, edit this out. My name is KICdude and I would like for you to subscribe to my channel.
Picking up Animal Farm now, like, where's the horse cock? Some of you people owe a certain streamer an apology because this book has way too many 5 stars. Some of you are lying. So after buying this book, Amazon has given me a few interesting recommendations. Would you like to see them? I accidentally summoned a demon boyfriend. That time I got drunk and saved a demon. Gentling the beast. Cupcakes for my orc enemy, main of my existence. The gargoyle and the spinster. The widow and the orcs. Hoarded by the dragon. There's something about...
I've actually read a snippet of that one. Hoarded by the Dragon. It's not that bad, to be honest with you, as far as smut goes.
Dragons. Getting it on with gargoyles. Gotten by the gator. Mated to the mountain bear. Oh, so this is why they chose the bear. The billionaire orc.
That one is so... Just by the title alone, that one sounds stupid.
Moth manager. Wolves and whipped cream. The wolf in my tavern. Pounded by produce.
That one is crazy. What are you doing with Larry and Bill? What are you doing with Larry and Bill? Come on.
Oh, what? Are these the books the Nazis burned?
My husband only reads finance and sci-fi books, and so I think it's about time that I introduce him to some real literature.
Oh.
So the first book that I would like to introduce you to is called Morning Glory Milking Farm. And it's not a normal milking farm like with cows. What it is.
I don't know why people would feel the need to explain a book. I never understood that. Just read it. Don't try to sell somebody on a book. If you're trying to get somebody into it, just give them, like, if this is the kind of genre you don't explain, you just let them read it. Why are you explaining smut? Like, just go for it. Don't tell them, because then they're not gonna read it.
Is it's big, bulky minotaurs, and it's a special type of milking.
See, honey, she's his stepsister, and she got stuck in the washer machine again. Women
Yeah, I don't understand why you don't. Why do you explain it?
on TikTok are openly, proudly talking about the porn they consume and getting mad at people when they make fun of it. I hereby ban men from reacting to romantasy on TikTok. Best-selling romantasy books like A Court of Thorns and Roses and A Fourth Wing.
I heard of that one too. People told me to read that one because it has pretty good like descriptors. I am the person that would annotate a fucking smut book.
Contain descriptions of hot sex. I feel like that's common knowledge, if not their primary purposes. But in recent months, book talk has become full of men clutching their pearls while reacting to steamy scenes.
Okay, first of all, if you're clutching your pearls as a guy, dude, grow the fuck up. Really, you're an adult. If you're not an adult, get the fuck out. But like, if you're an adult and you're clutching your pearls because, oh my god, this has sex in it, bro, don't act like you didn't just watch a maid suck a guy off. Like, come on.
From these popular female-centered books. Obviously, this is all a massive performance. We live in the age of OnlyFans.
I think it's because, yeah, it's performative. There's no way it's not performative. Like, I could absolutely be like, oh my god, but I write this stuff. I know it's performative. We come from an age where guys I could describe what I'm thinking, but I would get banned.
Odds are that these men have seen actual porn that defies the laws of physics and God.
Yeah, because hentai's a thing. Yeah.
Over 90% of men between the ages 16 and 73 watch porn in any random month. There's statistically no way all of these guys are shocked by the sex.
You might be ending up with guys who are more conservative than most because while like a lot of guys don't want to admit this, they absolutely do read. But a lot of them guys are way more visual. I'm more auditory. So this is ridiculous.
Itself. What they are gawking at is sex from the perspective of female desire.
And that's what I write about because that's what I've been trying to study, and I studied it well. So
scenes that depict women coming first and frequently. And what they are surprised by is the women they know love these scenes. In one video,
don't I know it? I have two lady friends of mine, which I think I need to reach out to the other lady, that consistently are like, hey, can you give me that one for free next time? And I'm like, you two are the only people that are going to get this one for free. Everyone else has to pay for it because no one else really wants it, but them two want it.
A guy declares, now I know why women enjoy book clubs and wine. But his astonishment in itself is astonishing. Like, what do you think adult women were into? Not having sex and drinking wine?
It's...
Grow up.
So, I think the perspective becomes a little bit weird. Because this is also a discussion I've had with a lady randomly in a convention, that it's like, they're like, well, women like this stuff too. The problem is that all of the marketing goes for the guys, But when it comes to women, you get like the small section, right? The small little sliver section of like dick stuff. And I'm like, well, that's a little rude. They're like, yeah, it's a little rude because women also want to feel pampered too. But half the time it's all boobs, it's all ass, it's all pussy, but never any dicks or balls. And I'm like, never heard that sentence spoken out in public like that, but I guess that makes sense. And now ever since then, I've been looking at that differently. This is years ago. This is college. But yeah, I've been writing this stuff since college, and most of my earlier stuff, like thinking back, most of my earlier stuff was shit. I would not recommend even looking for the hard drive that stuff contained, because earlier me did not know how to write, but now me knows how to write a little bit better, and I think I'm better for it. Just putting out my more recent works rather than having a backlog of actual diarrhea poo poo. But yeah.
Imagine a group of men sitting around drinking wine, discussing the porn they watch.
That actually happens. It's not wine, it's vodka. And for me, I don't drink, so it's sweet tea. So yeah, no, it does happen. This absolutely happens. I've been in servers, I've been in discussions where we just put on I don't remember. Random example out of fucking nowhere that doesn't actually warrant a discussion like this. Bible Black, and we'll just discuss the merits of Latin in the first 5 minutes that makes zero sense to the rest of the fucking thing. But yeah, no, I don't remember. I have shared. I share way too much with people, but like at the same time, people like me for it. So it's not like it's without. It's like, bro, come on.
That is what you guys are essentially doing. It's just funny, okay? Like, it's funny. Are we really going to pretend that a story about a young woman getting a job milking mythical creatures to pay off her student debt is not funny?
I wrote about a girl having to get gangbanged to not be in student debt anymore. So, like,
it's funny.
I wrote it from the woman's perspective too. Like, it's not like like it's, dude, it happens. All right, this shit happens.
That makes me a sexist, misogynist. You got me. To act like you are so different and above the other gooners is just, it's silly. I'm sorry, but you are no different than Joe Schmo jorking it.
I'm worse.
To fat booty Latinas in Space 12. You're sitting there all high and mighty,
in
one hand on the
it's Space 12. The fact that there was 11 others and we couldn't get the plot across. This is funny only to me, but I can't believe we've had 11 episodes of fat booty Latinas in space, and we still haven't figured out how the plot is going to progress. So we had to have a 12th iteration. And we move the plot forward. Oh man, are we gonna have like an MCU style Latinas off war? We fight against the Japanese tight pussies. Oh, that's a book. That's a cover of a book. I won't write about that, but somebody will do it. I swear that it's great. It's great.
Book acting like you're so superior because you can perfectly envision a horse spinning 360 degrees in your mind. I'm not impressed. The scenes these men are reading, to many people, myself included, are insanely sexy. But purely in terms of the acts being described, they aren't all that lurid. And as many of the comments on these videos point out, there's much wilder stuff out there.
Very much so. There are. This is tame.
There. For example, these men have clearly not yet discovered nodding, a popular term.
I don't know how to write it. I don't know how to write nodding. I don't. It's actually one of the blind spots in my fucking. I wrote a werewolf and I didn't do a nodding thing. Ugh. And I don't know how to write it.
In romantasy right now that involves werewolves whose penises get so swollen after sex they have to stay inside their partners until the swelling subsides. Oh, honey, that's not a popular trend in romantasy. That's just a thing real dogs do.
That is a thing that real dogs do. But I guess the trend is more like happening to ladies. But like yeah.
Oh, you just don't get it. You don't know what knotting is. What are these women
I mean, I know what they're reading, Shu.
reading, bro? What happened to that, like, stupid fucking corny Hallmark thing, going home for Christmas to your hometown and falling in love with the cute farmer boy? What happened to that? We used to make fun of that. Yeah. We truly did not know what we had until it was gone. Now women out here fantasizing about getting their asses clapped by demons and werewolves.
Or insects that will lay eggs inside their booty or any of the holes. And then, like, this is a thing because ovipositors are real. So, yay.
And goblins and ghouls. I remember when 50 Shades of Grey came out and people were like, oh my god, this is so crazy. Women are crazy. 50
Shades of Grey is tame as shit, bro, honestly.
Shades of Grey looks like missionary sex through a bedsheet for the sole purpose of procreation compared to the shit the average woman on TikTok is reading.
Yeah.
At least Christian Grey was a human man and not a fucking dog. You
It's really poorly written, too. Like, I can't believe I'm fucking saying this. If you ever read 50 Shades of Grey, it's really poorly written. Like, the emotions that are carried through are actually really bad. It's a good entrance to the genre, I will say that, but for the most part it's a little shit.
Fantasize about dating the quiet, shy, nerdy girl. You know, she's innocent, she's pure, she's not like those other girls, like going out clubbing and hooking up with random men. No, she's at home, curled up by the fire in a blanket, reading a book, except that book is about f***ing a half man, half bull. Let me let you in on a little secret. The quiet, nerdy girl is way more of a freak than the average hoe. Are you kidding me? It's not even close. The average hoe might have a body count of like 15 or so, but the quiet, nerdy girl is fantasizing about getting back shots from Cthulhu. That is
That is real.
at least 100 bodies. Now listen, there's nothing inherently wrong with fantasizing, okay? There's nothing wrong with role play. You know, fiction is fiction, right? You know, you're not actually going to bang your stepsister, right? These women are not actually going to bang.
It is all escapism. As somebody who makes the shit, it's all escapism. It's all fucking fake, right? So the people out there that actually take this in, like they actually want this, different.
Bang a cow. Or at least I hope not. We
I
all
really
know
hope
there's
not.
a difference between fantasy and reality. Well,
Yes.
what happens when they try to bring fantasy into reality? Well, you get Sinners and Stardust.
No. Oh, okay. Oh, it's the con. Oh, wait a second. I've heard about this. It got shut down. It got shut down, right? Like, it got shut down because because the women don't know how to act around men that do this shit, right? And I think they got groped and shit. I think that's it, right? I think that's what happened.
What in the eyes wide shut is going on here? Sinners and Stardust was supposed to be a dark romance ball for romantasy authors and fans alike. So what's the big deal? Seems like a fun, sexy time, right?
Yeah.
Maybe, if you're a woman. If you're a man, the night may have gone a little differently for you. Alright, y'all, it appears I have to make a post that I'm frankly pretty goddamn upset I have to make. This post is for the readers who don't understand consent and boundaries.
Oh, no. Oh, we get this discussion as men. We get this discussion as a guy. Isn't it like, remember, okay, everybody say it with me. Cosplay is not consent. Oh, that's a very common phrase in the anime community, in the fucking goer community. Why do women not know this?
Only. A lot of you may know my good friend Animus. He's attended a signing of mine in the past and obviously is a musical artist. This past weekend, he attended Sinners in Stardust and probably had one of the most heartbreaking experiences. So listen, he's a man, right? But do we think that means it's okay to put your hands all over him without consent? Or to put your hands in his waistband or down his pants or touch his dick? Hello? Do we think it's okay to quite literally back him into a corner and touch all over him to the point that he literally cannot tell how many hands are on him and whose are whose? Do we think it's okay to send him into an actual panic attack because of this? Furthermore, do we think it's okay to interrogate him and insist he detail how he'd kidnap a woman despite him repeatedly saying he wouldn't do that and that shit is fiction, and then attempt to follow him when he tries to get away? And if that wasn't enough, during the time of this mob, him and another author received notification that an air tag was tracking him, which
Wow. Wow, women don't know how to behave. Holy shit.
showed on his person all the way to his hotel room. They molested this guy until he passed out from anxiety. And then they put a f***ing tracker on him in order to stalk him back to his hotel. This poor guy dressed like a character in one of the romantasy books at this romantasy convention full of women. That is like throwing roast beef into a pit of water.
But it shouldn't be though. Oh my god. I swear. Dude, people get mad at guys at cons. The 1% of guys who are creeps, right? The creepers at the cons that are gawking and trying to touch and shit. But like, just judging from this, women have never had that discussion. Bro, it's literally the tagline is cosplay is not consent. And it's like, yo, relax. Have they ever? Wow. I guess that's rough, buddy. But man.
Wolves. Or in this case, throwing a wolf into a pit of roast beef. I remember years ago, there was this thing called cosplay is not consent.
Not years ago, still happens. We get this discussion at the beginning of every adult con.
And basically it was a campaign to bring attention to the fact that people at conventions would often come up to women dressed in sexy costumes and just grope and grab them without their consent. Yeah, apparently we have to bring that back because these women...
It's still going. It's still going. Every single adult convention I've ever been to says cosplay is not consent. So...
did not get the memo. I've been a furry for over a decade and attended a lot of fur cons. Sure, sometimes weird shit happens, but honestly, I can't believe the dark romance crowd is out here acting like this. Like, me and my buddies in our fursuits are more respecting of consent and bodily autonomy. Get your shit together, y'all.
And it's the mob mentality too, because once one of them or two of them start doing it, everyone thinks it's okay. And yeah, that's...
When the furries are calling you out for being freaks, you need to reflect. Something has gone horribly wrong. Not only were the men at this book talk convention assaulted, but women were also assaulted by women. Multiple women, including a performer, reported being assaulted there as well. Even an author there said she was groped and dragged away from her friends and said no matter how many times she said no, quote, "My words did nothing."
Yeah, how about that? That's so scary. That's fucking terrifying. No means no. Except to women, apparently. Then no means eh. Wow.
May I remind you, this is a book convention, okay?
Book.
For books.
Books.
Literal BDSM clubs are more respectful than...
Oh, you know why? Because we understand consent. Oh my god.
This. There needs to be more studies on how this stuff affects women's brains, because clearly some are unable to tell the difference between fantasy and reality. Ivy Lipton...
Dude, I did rope for a little bit. I studied rope just to get it under my hands because a lady was asking for the rope experience. So I studied rope in college, and knowing when people are like yes, no, a little bit tighter, a little bit looser, and just asking every single step of the way. Literally, I would be like, okay, let me do some audio. So be like, Okay. Hey. So how does that feel? Does that feel good? Okay, cool. I'm gonna go a little tighter on here. How's that? How's that feel? Good? Okay, cool. Every step of the way. Oh, is that good? Okay. Am I good to do this? Can I touch? Can I do every step of the way? Because you only have enough of consent until someone tells you that there is consent. It actually irks me that this is a thing that happened. Wow.
A doctoral candidate in human sexuality actually wrote about this for EV Magazine. I don't know what a doctoral candidate in human sexuality is, but she's hot, so I trust her. Your brain on orgasms isn't neutral. Dopamine release during climax is a powerful conditioning agent. What you repeatedly fantasize about becomes necessary for arousal. If your erotic imagination centers around abuse, monstrous violence, and submission to non-human entities, your brain is reprogramming itself to crave just that. It's not empowerment, it's neuroplasticity at its darkest.
Yeah, that makes a lot of... that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Hypersexuality does give this more credence to creep into your brain. But this does absolutely happen.
Scientists, psychologists, and the general public often state that men are visual and women are emotional. When it comes to sex, men can be turned on instantly by a sexual image despite their mood, and women need to be turned on emotionally to get in the mood. So it stands to reason that porn for men is visual and porn for women is in the mind. I'm not equating porn to smut novels because one is a video of two people.
I can get into this as well. Women like visuals too. That's all I'm saying. But from what I understand and what I've researched, women they're more auditory, they're more imaginative, and they're way more extreme with how they view this shit. I mean, they like comfy, which props, but
people actually having real sex, and the other is, well, just words on paper. I am, however, talking about the effect on the consumer.
Yes.
We know watching porn is bad for the brain. That's been proven and only rejected by gooners who don't want to give it up. But is reading...
It's a little bit of a problem if you don't know how to take it in moderation. Like everything. You must consume in moderation. Just know yourself. That's how that works.
Smut bad. You might say, duh, that's the whole point. Okay, fair enough. So let me rephrase. Is reading smut harmful? Should we shame people for things that are wrong, immoral, or harmful? In my line of work, I've been told many times that shame has no place in sex. But if I use my brain for 2 seconds, it's clear that line of thinking is nonsense.
It is nonsense.
Incest should be shamed, bestiality should be shamed, pedophilia should be shamed.
Yes.
I'm not equating monster smut with these things, but there are 50 shades of gray, so to speak, along the spectrum of harmful. Conditioning your brain and body to associate...
I like the pun that they did. That's a really good pun. Who knew a doctoral thesis would end up being funny?
Associate pleasure with monsters, slavery, or sexual violence is not healthy. Basically, they're cooked. Like, women are cooked. They are frying their brains with this stuff. It's a pipeline, right? It's like the infamous evil alt-right pipeline. You know, you start watching Shoe on Head, owning the feminists in 2015, and then in 2025, you're hailing Hitler, right? You know.
Sure. No, but there is a problem with doing too much, right? It's one of the reasons that me as a hypersexual, I have to do coping mechanisms to make sure that it doesn't ruin my fucking life. So yeah, there's things you can do to manage it. There's like this. What I've done is I've turned the thoughts in the brain into words on paper, so that way it's been worked through, right? So that's the thoughts I had in my brain. Boom, on paper or into an audio or somewhere else, right? Sometimes it doesn't always work. But it helps tremendously, and that's what I found that helps tremendously.
Oh, the all-right pipeline. And this one's like you're reading Morning Glory Milking Farm, and the next thing you know, you're Mrs. Hands, right? Just say no.
Mrs. Hands.
Just say no to monster porn. But why is monster smut so popular with women in particular? Like, you rarely see the opposite, and...
No, you don't. Are you talking... What? Have you not... Shu, I need to join a Discord call with you and let you watch some of the hentai guys have recommended to me in the past. Most of it goblins, most of it like ladies who are part some animal, typically foxes, wolves, dogs. Trust me, it is a percentage, not a large percentage, but there is a percentage.
And when you do, it's just like a girl with cat ears and fangs, or like a 10-foot tall Dami Mommy vampire.
That's the bare minimum. Jesus. Wait till you get a Kitsune or like Sadako or like fucking Melania. Melania, Ronnie, who else? Who else is a good match? There's a lot of them that don't fit these descriptions.
With giant titties. Meanwhile, women are like, I want to f the pollution monster from Fern Gully. So,
I want to
people on Reddit asked this very question. Let's see the responses. Why do you guys like monster romances? Asking for a friend. Several reasons. 1, human men are quite often terrible. Romance books with human men are already partly fantasy, but monsters just takes the fantasy bit further. 2, it's sort of human nature to imagine relationships with paranormal beings and creatures. We've been doing it in literature and art for centuries. It's just gotten a lot more graphic now, lol. 3, unique body forms / parts and so many different kinds of dicks. Scary, mean, terrifying creature is sweet to her, kind, takes care of her, protects her, works hard to be gentle, etc. Maximal escapism, minimal association to real-life assholes, the patriarchy, misogyny, and oppression of women, etc, etc. Because the monsters are less dangerous than dating actual men. As a fat woman of color, modern, contemporary, and even fantasy romances are hard to click to because they are almost always about thin white women and just too realistic.
Ooh, that's one of the reasons I don't write sizes in my books. You will note that if you read any of my smuts, that I don't include how big the people are. Like I just include what they look like, right? I don't say the color of anybody. I don't say anybody's sizes. I don't say how big they are. I think that I want more tabula rasa in my. That's one of the reasons that my form, quote unquote, like KICdude form, is just like a white mask with glasses, because I like people to imprint a little bit more on the character. Be like, oh, they could be this, they could be that. So when you read my smut, you will, like the recent ones, you'll note that they don't have any description of what race. They don't have any description of the color of the person. They don't have any description of the guy, how big the guy is. They just have descriptors of what they got, and that is it. You know? So that's I like that this was brought up, because personally, I really didn't like the fact that it would always be like the thin white lady, masked and cloaked in a small veneer, it's now sitting on top of this ripped 6-pack abs of a guy. No, you don't need that. I did write it a bit, but yeah, that's just not everybody wants to click to that. So get to the action. Describing the scene is better than describing the people, because people want to imagine themselves in the situation. When they imagine themselves in the situation, you leave more room for them to imprint. Because of that, the imprinting process is a lot easier, especially when you let the mind work. Let them imagine what the other person looks like. Let them figure it out. Your job is to describe the scene. Don't describe the action unless describe how people look like unless it is necessary to the story. All right? Great writing advice someone ever told me is, was it important? If it was important, why did you include it? If you didn't think it was important, why didn't you include that? And so it was such an I was like, oh, that's right. Why do I need to include what they look like if the person reading is going to want to imprint? So yeah, that's my little tidbit on that. I like that this was brought up.
And romance in real life is not always attainable for fat women / women of color. In monster alien romance, though, my size doesn't matter, and it's easier to get.
Oh, read my books then. Read my little short reads because you'll love them. I don't put any sizes anywhere.
Get into that headspace and enjoy it. I'm sick of the men on Earth and looking for some variety.
I'm trying to. I don't know how mind flayers work. Holy Professor KICdude lecture. Hey, it happens. It happens. I like the things that I like. All right, I'm passionate about the things that I do, and yeah.
Non-humans haven't betrayed and hurt me, so they feel like a safe haven, if that makes sense. Plus the unusual dick. Monsters have big, fun-shaped cocks. I love some bizarre peen.
Yeah, this is the reason I don't write it, because I don't want to have to research that. I'm a guy, okay? I'm a guy. I don't want to have to research monster dicks. But I will, just to write for the ladies, you know?
Unique genitalia.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was expecting, honestly. A lot of
what were you? What was the expectation? That's great. Oh, it was nice to know more. Yeah.
women's smut, especially monster smut, is about submission, domination, forced breeding, non-consensual consent. The women are like conquered and taken and overpowered by these monsters.
I did write that. I've written one of them, made it into an audio, and it's one of my most popular things. Okay? So I get it and I understand.
And I think many of these women are reading these books containing monsters and not men because masculinity and dominance in men has been completely demonized in modern society. But the truth is, many women still crave it. You see, the monsters in these stories have those like dominant masculine traits that women like so much, but they're not human men. They have all these traits women desire without the problematic baggage human men bring, without being the men they hate or have been told to hate. It is the perfect guilt-free slop. But they don't just want a wild dominant man. They want to tame a wild dominant man. Similar to when a man sees an art hoe with a nose ring, you can save her from her daddy issues. You can do it. It definitely won't backfire and ruin your life. Go for it. Go talk to her. With many women, there's this desire for like danger and aggression, but also the desire to tame that danger and aggression. The desire to be that special woman who can melt his heart. You see, my dragon boyfriend could rip me to shreds and kill me instantly, but he won't because he's nice and he loves me.
I do like that trope, though. I like the trope. The trope is a good trope, okay? It's such a good trope. When the one thing that's animalistic in nature to everybody else but you, that's a good trope, okay? I don't know. Am I crazy for that? I like I like that trope.
But honestly, at the end of the day, just like the video I made about the anime girl in a wheelchair, where men were saying, this is the average male fantasy, and a bunch of women were like, you wanna rape a disabled girl?
I can't believe the inverse has happened. You want somebody to rape you to make you disabled. oh man, that's such a horrible sentence to say out loud. Oh my goodness.
When in reality, it was just a distilled manifestation of the average male fantasy, which is to protect and provide for a sweet woman and save her. This is like basic.
It's really weird that a lot of guys, like if you look at like dude adult content, a lot of the times it's like centered around like giving the lady a really good time because that's what the guy wants, right? That's what the guy sometimes it's just baser, right? Sometimes it's just baser, but a lot of times for like the bigger productions, it's always been like, give me what I want and I'll get you what you want, like a trade. But this doesn't seem even close to that.
Basically, the flip of that, right? This is just the distilled manifestation of the female fantasy. Men are seeing this and they're saying, what do you mean you want to milk a minotaur? When in reality, it's just to have a big, strong protector and provider swoop you up and save you. And like I said in that video,
the wild scenes are wild, but if the plot is good, who cares? But a lot of guy stuff, this just has no plot. Like, honestly.
They're basically both the same fantasy. This is a tale as old as time, the princess being saved from the dragon by a knight in shining armor.
Or a 13-inch dick.
The dragon be a wheelchair or student loans, you know? But in this case, the woman is being f***ed by the dragon, and the knight sits in the corner and watches or something. I don't know.
Wow. Annotation for the book, please. I would like. let me in, Chief. I need to write down whatever you're reading, because that sounds like a good transposition for some things I want to write.
Maybe it's not that deep. There are some hungers better starved than fed. And maybe as women, for the sake of society, we have to starve our hunger for Minotaur p***ness. Yeah, that's the moral of this video.
This is the mission. Yeah, this is the mission statement. Don't read smut, guys. No. Don't you fucking do me like this, show. I write the shit, please.
So what do you guys think? What is your
lovely cow onesie
theory? Why is the monster romance genre so popular with women in particular? And who is...
Oh, I don't know. It's also popular with gay men, so I don't know.
Your weirdest hear me out. Be honest. I don't want to hear no Lola Bunny, okay? You all...
Okay. My weirdest one has got to be the fish from... Do y'all remember the fish from... You remember the fish played by Angelina Jolie in Shark's Tale? That one. I don't know why. That's my weirdest hear me out.
Well, know mine already. It's not that he's a fish, okay?
If I had to go with a fish one, it would have been the Angelina Jolie fish. Is it Angelina Jolie? I don't know. Angelina Jolie fish from Shark's Tale. That was one of the ones that I had. That was a hear me out. What's another? There was a. Is it weird if one of my hear me outs is like a voice in a video game that has no body? Just because I think the voice sounds nice? Is it weird? I don't know. Anyways.
He has an energy, okay? He has a vibe. You know what? Never mind. And I will see you guys again really soon with a new video. Bye!
It's so funny. What's the end card? Is there an end card for this one?
I love how the bowl man is a progressive, by the way.
I did laugh at that one. It's like, bro, what? What is this? Yeah, but don't tell people to stop reading. Just take it in moderation. I write the shit. You would ruin me. Please. Please. Yeah, but great video. Love you. Love to see you, Shu. Love this topic.
He's a feminist. He voted for Hillary. He would have voted for Obama 3 times if he could.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Lovely video. Lovely video. I gotta say, that one was one to go through. It was just on a topic that I know about.